today with a great training. Back at it. Me and Patricia Sartini's out, and we are one of the Frisco ISD schools. I'm here with Teresa and Patricia, and they'll both be going over knowing the Big Six. This is very important information, and we want to make sure you guys get the information so that we are utilizing this correctly inside of our cafeterias. So take it, Patricia and Teresa.
Today we're talking about knowing the Big Six, and that has to do with contaminants in food. Food can become contaminated by biological contaminants, and according to the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, there are over 40 kinds of bacteria, viruses, parasites, and molds that can occur in food and cause a foodborne illness. Of these 40, 6 have been singled out by the FDA, and they're known as the Big Six because they are highly contagious and can cause severe illness in people.
Foodborne illness is a common, costly, sometimes life-threatening, yet largely preventable public health problem. Many outbreaks and individual cases of foodborne illness result from consuming the two most common types of foodborne pathogens, bacteria like Salmonella, Listeria, or E. coli, or viruses such as norovirus or hepatitis A. Now we, as workers in the child nutrition food service business, must report illnesses. The Food Service Authority must contact the regulatory agency, known as the Health Department, should a food service employee exhibit certain symptoms or be diagnosed with one of the Big Six pathogens.
It is very important to inform your manager immediately if you are diagnosed by a doctor with any of the following illnesses: Salmonella typhi, Shigella, Shiga toxin producing E. coli, non-typhoidal Salmonella, hepatitis A, and norovirus.
So here's what you should know about these pathogens. Salmonella typhi.
What causes this? What's the source of that Salmonella?
The source is people, and they are linked to ready-to-eat foods and beverages.
And how are we going to prevent that in the cafeteria?
We're going to wash our hands. We're going to wash our hands often, and we're going to cook our food to the required minimum internal temperature, and always exclude infected workers from operation.
Okay.
Another one, non-typhoidal Salmonella.
And what's that coming from? How does that get in there into the food?
The source is farm animals. They are linked to produce such as tomatoes, peppers, and cantaloupes. Also poultry and eggs, milk, and dairy products.
And what can we do to prevent this?
We want to prevent cross-contamination between poultry and ready-to-eat foods. Also, you want to cook poultry and eggs to the required minimum internal temperatures.
Okay, all right.
Another one, Shiga toxin producing E. coli.
And where is this going to come from? How do we get this into our food or into our system?
The source is infected people, and it's found in the intestines of cattle.
Ew.
This pathogen is linked to ground beef, raw and undercooked, and contaminated produce.
And how can we help prevent this?
We can prevent E. coli by always purchasing our produce from an approved, reputable supplier, and always cooking our food, especially ground beef, to the required minimum internal temperatures. Shigella.
Yeah. And what causes Shigella? Where's it coming from?
Shigella comes from the feces of humans who have the illness. It's linked with food that has had contact with contaminated water, such as produce and other foods that can easily be contaminated by hands,
Wow.
such as salads containing temperature control for safety foods like potato, tuna, shrimp, and macaroni.
Oh, okay. So like salads we might have at a picnic or something or outdoor.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
okay.
exactly
All right.
it. Yes.
Okay. How are we going to prevent it? So we don't
Okay.
get it into our salads.
So to keep this safe, we're going to make sure we're going to exclude food handlers that have had diarrhea and make sure we're washing our hands thoroughly and often. You also want to control flies inside and outside your back doors.
Yeah. Now, the FDA has identified 2 viruses that make up the big 6, and they are highly contagious. The first one is,
Hepatitis A.
what causes that? Where does that come from?
The source is feces of humans who have the illness. It's linked with ready-to-eat foods and shellfish from contaminated water.
So how are we gonna kind of stop that or prevent it from happening, getting in the food or getting into us?
Yes. To be safe, we want to always purchase shellfish from an approved, reputable supplier. Also, hepatitis A is associated with people with liver issues, and sometimes it causes the skin or eyes to look a little yellow.
Is that jaundice?
It is jaundice,
Okay.
yes. So you'll have to exclude that person from kitchen operations also.
I bet, yeah. Whew.
And last but not least is the norovirus.
And what's this coming from? What are its sources?
The source, same as hepatitis A, feces of humans with the illness. It's linked to ready-to-eat foods and shellfish from contaminated water.
Okay, so what works to prevent this? What's gonna...
Same as hepatitis A.
Okay.
You want to purchase your shellfish from an approved, reputable supplier and avoid bare hand contact with ready-to-eat foods.
It is very important to wash your hands correctly and often and at all times and very often in the kitchen when you're dealing with food.
And it's also very important to inform your cafeteria supervisor immediately if you are diagnosed with any of the big 6 pathogens. And you must be released from your local by a doctor and your local health department to return back to work. So stay well and stay safe. One is hepatitis A.
And what causes hepatitis A? Where do we get that from? Tam!
I have the hepatitis A.
What? Why are you here? What are you doing in here?
Go home.
Yeah, you got to take that back home and email it to the office.
Email that to.
Yeah.
Email that. Go email that to.
Yeah, you shouldn't be in here.
Email it to Zip.
Stay away from everybody. We're ready? Oh. Oh.
Oh my God.
You're back. Yeah, she's
good now. Bring the doctor's note. Bring the doctor's note.
Bring the doctor's note.
Bring the doctor's note. You can come back.